Guys, welcome back. There's a couple things I want to talk about. One of which is new reel. I won in a giveaway actually. Shout out to License to Fish on Instagram. Don't know their YouTube. I think I subscribed to it, but it's probably the same thing as their Instagram. Definitely should go follow them out. I really like them. They're sponsored by Quantum, which is really cool, and that's how they were able to give away this Quantum Throttle 2, which I'm really stoked about. It's a 661, so it's really good for finesse fishing with little jigs or other objects. So this is really going to come in handy in the future. I really like it. Kind of looks like a Shimano, and it's just a really, really clean reel. I really like it, but we have other things to talk about. The main thing we want to talk about today is my top springtime bass lures. So how I'm going to do this is I have 2 baits for each category, the pre-spawn, the spawn, and then the post-spawn. And then I have a soft plastic for each category. And then I have one little special thing that I wanted to just add along for the spawn because it really helps me out during the spawn. But let's get started without further ado. Alright, so for the pre-spawn, you're gonna have to add the chatterbait because all this vibration, whenever they're looking for those bait fish, they're really gonna want that vibration because I don't really know, but yeah, it's just something that catches fish. I don't know why it catches fish. It's just something about the vibration in the pre-spawn that it really gets them going. And this right here, I have 2 baits right here. These are jerk baits. I have this bigger Guggen Squad Scout and this Junior Scout from Guggen Squad and the Go Skill. These 2 are really nice. Do they have any sound? They do have a rattle. One of the reasons the fish like this, I know, because they're really chasing bait fish. Mainly, I'd go with the Blue Go Skill color. I have a bigger one, but it's tied on my rod right now, so I couldn't take it off because I was too lazy. But the Go Skill, because bass right now are in a war with bluegill, so they're going to be going at them. And for the soft plastic, we have the Saucy Swimmer, just because it's a good trailer for the chatterbait. Right now I have an Exo Swim on here. I actually recently traded this Guggen Squad, what was it called? I forget what it's called. Guggen Squad Clickbait. I recently traded it for like a little glide bait with Samuel, and I really like the trade because I really need a chatterbait to fish this pre-spawn. But without further ado, we can get into our next category, and that would be the spawn. I'm going to start out with this. This is probably one of my favorites because I can just catch so many fish through this entire season. I actually just got this in a couple days ago. I've never fished with this during the spawn, but the swim jig, which is my other bait for the spawn, really works. And this is just like a beefed up swim jig. This is a Savage Gear pulse tail with the top hook. There's also a weedless version, but this is going to be so much better for whenever you're bed fishing because it's a lot easier to get that big hook set straight into the top of their mouth. And then, as you know, I really love the Strike King swim jigs. They're just really good. It's a 1/4 ounce, so it's pretty light, but these are my favorite jigs by far. I catch so many fish on these. Any time of the year, these things right here will slam them. Swim jig's my favorite jig of all time. And next we have the Saucy Swimmer. This is just another, it's the same as the pre-spawn, but the Saucy Swimmer is just a really good soft plastic to pair with this swim jig, and I really enjoy it. It's just Saucy Swimmer. You can do so many things with it. You can Texas rig. I've gotten bites on Texas rig before. I never thought that was a thing. And for the secret for the spawn, I'm surprised I'm even telling y'all this. This is one of my top secrets. I've never heard anybody ever say this. This thing right here is Spike It Garlic Scent. What I found in the spawn is the fish 99% of the time, if they're not biting, if you put this on, you're just like a tail, you just spray this entire thing down, these fish will bite it. This garlic scent just goes hella far. It's just insane. I love this so much. It's aerosol, so it's probably pretty bad for you, but it just slams the fish. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna have to turn off the camera real quick because I have something to do. but then I'm gonna get back and talk about post-spawn. Yeah, post-spawn, and then the video will be over. Guys, the last part of the video is now. So let's talk about post-spawn. This is also one of my favorite times of the spawn, just because there's so much just versatility with the fish. As you can see, I'm holding a bluegill swim bait in my hand right now. That's because this is when the perch spawn. This is probably not the greatest color. I have the Archie spawn gill on my rod right now, and that's probably the greatest color to ever to fish in the post spawn, because it's just supposed to mimic a bluegill spawning, and the bass really eat up on these little guys right here. There's bluegills. Yeah, I cannot think right now. But now let's talk about the second lure. I'm using a lot more hard baits this time of year, and one of the things I love to do in the pro spawn, I found this out literally last year, but the post spawn with this whopper plopper, I had never used this one yet. I plan on catching a bunch because this color is monkey butt, and it's probably the best color there is. This is a 130 size. This is a pretty beefy whopper plopper, but it goes all the way up to 180. So this is one of the smaller ones. This is a 90. I caught a load of fish on that, ranging from anywhere from like an ounce, not an ounce, but like 0.5 ounces. No, not 0.5 pounds, a half of a pound, ranging up to like, I caught one like 3 pounds in this in my river park. And my river park is not known for holding big fish. Well, it's known for holding big fish, but they're really hard to catch. And this caught a 3-pounder, so that's a pretty large fish out of my river park. Now, last but certainly not least, we're gonna talk about the new Guggen bait. And I saw plastic for post-spawn. Still cannot talk, but this right here is the Guggen toad. This is basically a soft plastic whopper plopper. It'll work really well. You fish this over pads, any vegetation, mats. It's just really good. Those little tails back there will kick, and yeah, they're really good. And now, one last thing before this video ends is I just ordered, well, I have not ordered, but I am about to order the Guggen Squad Dart that just came out. And this summer, I know for a fact the Guggen Squad Dart is going to slam everything. So get yourself some Guggen Squad Darts, because they are literally, they look so good. They're the Guggen Squad Fluke, and the Fluke just absolutely slams fish. So get yourself a Guggen Dart if you want to fish this summer. And after that, peace.